Hi, Paddy. First of all, welcome to your sports. Paddy, my first question is that India looked impressive against Malaysia and playing back-to-back matches in 2 days isn't easy. Yet, fitness wasn't a concern. Your thoughts about the physical and mental fitness level of this team?
This team is the physical fitness of this team is quite remarkable. I've said in my 2 years that I've been involved now, I haven't seen another team in world hockey that's fitter than us. This team never is found wanting in the fourth quarter for their fitness. So real kudos to Alan Tan, the fitness trainer, Craig Fulton, who's really made that a priority, and the players who turn up and actually do the work to get so fit.
After the Pro League, how did you get this team back on track and what did you tell the boys?
The team is building. There's been some new players have come in, some old players have left the team, so they're in something of a rebuilding phase. They had a really good camp, a really good tour to Australia. So this is part of the building phase. Even this tournament, if we go the distance at 7 games, you don't really want to be playing all 7 games in this kind of heat at 9 or 10 out of 10 intensity. Um, Great teams don't play that well and still win, which this team has done. But we're in a building phase, and it's really important now going into the next 2 games. Effectively, the next 2 games for us is a semi-final and a final. They're both must-win games. The team's got the strategy, they're building, they've got the fitness, and hopefully they've got the connection amongst themselves. They've got the right attitude to go on and do the business in the next 2 games.
When the results don't go your way like yesterday, what do you talk to the team in the changing room to change the environment and the mood?
So the reality is there's always games or moments in games that don't go a team's way. That is something that happens as long as it's not something that happens repeatedly. But if it happens as a once-off, it's really not a problem. It's not a cause for panic. The fans and the spectators panic, but certainly the coaches don't panic. We understand that you have off days, and every day, whether it's an off day or a great day, is really just a learning opportunity. And that's one of the things that Harmanpreet and Craig Fulton really drill into the team is we must be continuously learning from whether we do well, we do badly. We need to stay on an upward trajectory, and this team is hopefully on an upward trajectory through to the World Cup, and obviously in 2 years' time through to the Olympics.
You helped Gukesh to win the world championship. Do you use the example from other sports in hockey?
Yes, so I've worked in 20 different sports now, pretty much at the highest level, and my discovery has been that the principles of mental conditioning, of preparing well, of having your mind in a good place, of managing distractions, dealing with failures, not chasing success too hard, separating yourself from your results, all of the principles of mental conditioning, in my experience, are universally applicable. They just apply differently in different sports and with different individuals.
Are there the different plans for the different players and how do you address the need of each player?
So there's a team need and then there's an individual need. So it's really to try and understand each individual player, their unique personalities, what works for them, what doesn't, what are their unique distractions, what are their unique motivators. And the better I can understand players, the better I can help them find their sweet spot.
Recently, you say that we have 18 Virat Kohlis in our team.
From a fitness perspective, I would say if the Indian team came and did a training session with the hockey team, I think most of the players would they wouldn't manage halfway through. And right at the end, I think you'd probably have 18 hockey players and only Virat would maybe still be keeping up with them. That's from a fitness perspective.
You work with Team India, team cricket team, and also the hockey team. That what are the differences and what are the work process? Can be something about that.
So, I mean, they're two fundamentally different sports. Cricket is a team sport largely played by individuals. When you're batting, there's only two individuals batting together. When you're fielding, maybe there's a bowler, a wicket keeper, fielder, and somebody backing up. So at most, there's maybe 4 players engaged in one play when a cricket team's fielding. In hockey, for the full 60 minutes, all 11 players are fully engaged. They need to be connecting. They need to be running plays together, and they need to understanding where everyone is. So in hockey, it's so much of a team game, and there's just really no room for error or so little room for error in hockey. And it's such a fast-paced, high-paced, high-skilled game. The players have to be really mentally, technically, tactically, and physically on point for the full 60 minutes. Otherwise, you pay the price. Cricket, there's a little bit more leeway to get away with things like that.
Thanks, Paddy, for giving your good
Awesome.
time.